What is happening, parents of and students in the pre-alpha program class of 2028? What? I'm Mrs. Wilson, the Alpha Scholars Program Coordinator.
I'm Mr. Wilson. I'm the Alpha Scholars Counselor.
And welcome to our informational video for this year. We wanted to make sure that you guys had some information that you might be wondering about, and let's go ahead and get started.
Yeah, and a lot of this you may have heard at the parent meeting that we did last year, but we are hoping to just kind of cover what the freshman year is going to look like.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So if you were not able to make the freshman parent meeting at the end of last year, this is just a quick overcap of what our expectations are, and they fall into three categories: academics, character, experience. For academics, your student this year, even though it's pre-alpha, should be taking 3 honors classes, 1 AP class, and be able to finish each semester with a 3.85 weighted GPA. And just real quick, that weighted means it includes that little grade bump that you get for honors classes, the little grade bump that you get for AP classes, which did not exist in middle school. Character, just making sure that we have good citizenship, that teachers and administration would be able to say, yeah, they're representing Carter well. And then as far as the experience goes, community service, everybody should be starting on that this year. Ideally, by the end of the year, you should have 20 hours of community service, so that if you choose to apply to the Alpha program proper, by the time that you are graduating, you will have a total of 80 years of 80 years? No, just 80 hours. Say that into my good ear. 80 hours of community service. So those are our expectations.
Right. Okay, so the 4-year plan, we get questions about this all the time. Just as a reminder, Alpha Scholars does not require students to take all the honors and AP classes. The program exists to support students who want to take all the honors and AP classes. So the reason why freshman year is pre-alpha is we're giving everyone that's in the program right now the opportunity to take all of the stuff, and let's see how this goes. And if everything is going successfully, then we will invite you to continue and we'll keep moving forward with this. So this is kind of in general what the 4-year plan looks like. I do need to update this because there has been some changes in the last couple of years that we've not updated, but it still gives you an idea of kind of what this looks like. Alpha Scholars is a cohort plan, which means we try and keep the Alpha Scholar students together in their core classes as much as possible. That's what the green is on this plan, is those are the classes that the students have together. Something that is different this year is our 9th grade cohort is in both Math 1 honors and Math 2 honors, but we're trying to keep them together with their peeps that are doing Math 1 and Math 2. And the 0 period is not Living Earth honors. That's actually their 6th period class. The 0 period is PE. So I will update this. If you've never seen this before, all the Alpha Scholar stuff is on the Carter High School website. If you go to the student drop down and go to Alpha Scholars, that's where it is. So I'm going to update this in the next few days and then get that on the website as well. But just in general, this is what the 4-year plan looks like. A quick word, the reason that your student has a 0 period at their freshman year is because we feel really strongly about making sure that we're keeping room in their schedule for an elective. The hope would be that they're doing an elective pathway. If you got questions about that or want to know more information about that, we'll be talking about that. But in general, that's what's going on. Another thing that I want to note is that all of our Alpha Scholar students are starting their foreign language this year, but we no longer offer French. And the school is easing German out as well. So German wasn't an option to our freshman students either. If your student wants to take a different foreign language class and just kind of challenge themselves, we can definitely do that through community college at either Valley or Chaffee, and we can have those conversations if they want to do that in the summer or during the school year. I do want to point out, and we said this at the parent meeting as well, but our Alpha Scholar students can absolutely take community college classes. You don't have to be in the early college program to do that. So if your student is starting, if they get through first semester and they're feeling like this is all going really well and I want to do more, we can absolutely have those conversations about adding in more of those classes. Okay, so that's the 4-year plan, just kind of in a nutshell.
Awesome. So some of the things that we are looking forward to, what the Alpha Scholars program provides. First of all, ninth grade. So even though this is pre-alpha, we still want you to have that opportunity to get onto some college campuses. So this year in April, we have a trip to USC and UCLA planned. 10th grade, if you decide to apply to the Alpha Scholars Program in its entirety, we'll be taking a trip to San Diego. It's an overnight trip, 4 different colleges. 11th grade, we have a NorCal trip, a bunch of different colleges in Northern California. 12th grade is an Orange County trip, couple of schools there. All of that for students to be able to get onto a campus, to look around and say, like, is this a place where I feel like I can thrive? Do these feel like my people? Do they offer my major? Do they have the extracurriculars that I'm interested? All of that to be able to look at colleges maybe that I knew I was excited about, or maybe some colleges that I didn't even know existed, and it's sparking my interest. So those college trips are really important, but that's not all that we are offering. That college career guidance that is going to happen over the 4 years, grade monitoring, because every grade level has an advisor that's going to be checking in and seeing, how are your grades looking? How is your GPA looking? How are you just feeling as a student, like overwhelmed, mental health? That AP curriculum exposure, the community service guidance. So when we have opportunities for community service, especially for freshmen, it's difficult to maybe get out and about and find those things. But anytime that there's anything going on campus, we are looking for opportunities for students to be able to do stuff, even just right here, to get those hours. And of course, that one-on-one 4-year guidance that you will get from your counselor, Mr. Wilson.
That's me.
The one thing that's not on here that we're going to be also looking forward to this year is if you are a STEM student, if that is really your passion and that's the direction that you think that you are going to for your studies and for your career, we have the opportunity to do some field trips with very small groups of students to JPL, the Jet Propulsion Laboratories in Pasadena. So be looking out for that information.
Cool. Very, very cool. And by the way, guys, parents, because I'm sure students already know this, the one AP class that your student is in is AP Human Geography, and that's with Mr. Vicente. So that's their AP class that they're doing this year.
All right. So every year we are going to have an Alpha Scholars Agreement. And so, so in order for your students to be able to go on the trip to USC and UCLA in the spring, that is going to be their intention, saying, I plan on applying to the Alpha Scholars. So there will be an agreement, basically like a contract with all of the, the requirements for the program. And then at least 15 of those community service hours, 15 of the 20 for the year, should be done by April as well. And if your student has any absences for that second semester, we want to make those up before we go on that trip, because let's face it, the school is paying for the bus and for like all the costs that are involved in those trips. And so they're looking for our support, those step-up Saturdays, recovering those absences. That's how the school gets money. So it's a win-win situation.
Okay, so how does AP fit in? What should you know about AP classes, AP in general? How does doing well in AP benefit your students? So your student is taking the first AP class that they're going to take right now. Next year, they'll take another one in history. And then by the time we get to junior and senior year, they're taking quite a few. Like juniors take, I think it's about 4 AP classes. And then our senior Alpha students do at least 4 AP classes, often more. So these AP classes, AP stands for Advanced Placement. It is those are classes that are created through College Board. College Board is the company that does the SAT. Okay. If a student, the whole goal of an AP class is basically to take a college level class while you're in high school, and students take AP exams in May. If a student passes an AP exam, colleges will take that, many colleges will take that for credit. So an AP exam is scored on a 1 through 5 scale. Passing is 3, 4, and 5. So the goal is we're hoping that students are going to pass those exams, and then by the time they get to college, they will see on their transcript that they already have some classes that are on there that they don't have to take, and that's where the monetary value comes in. So hopefully we've got students that are passing AP scores, and these are classes they're not going to have to take in college. But it is more than just a score. And I have this conversation with students and parents all the time. Why take an AP class if I don't think I'm going to pass the test? Well, that's the other side of all of this, is when you have honors and AP classes on your transcript, that is demonstrating to colleges and universities that you are taking rigorous classes while you're in high school. And that rigor on your transcript is super impressive, because it's basically showing colleges that you are trying to do as much as you can to make sure that you're ready. And guys, we know, because we've been doing this for a long time, that students who are in AP classes, because you're seeing that rigor right now, you're going to be more ready when you get to college. So it's about trying to make sure that you're as ready as possible for college level work when you get to college. Okay. As a side note, and I kind of mentioned this earlier, a question that will come up all the time, especially since the district has this early college program that a lot of our students are doing as well, is, well, what's better, AP classes or community college classes? And my answer to that would be that that's the wrong question, because I don't think that one is better than the other. I think in a perfect world, students would be doing both. Because I do think that there is value in doing both of these things. So like we said at the parent meeting, just because you're an Alpha Scholars doesn't mean that you can't take community college classes. Early college means that they're actually built into the day, these community college classes. But guys, I'll tell you that more than, I want to say about half of our Alpha Scholars at this point are taking classes at Valley or Chaffey on their own, whether it's during the school year, after school hours, or whether it's during the summer. And so I would love to help your student get some of those done as well. But yeah, in a perfect world, your student would have some AP exams that they've passed and some community college classes that they've passed, so that we've got a little bit of varying stuff going on in their transcript to show that they're really ready for college when they get there. Okay. And again, if you have questions, I know this is really this is a lot. If you have questions about this process, feel free to reach out.
Great. So this next Thursday, the 22nd, is back to school night, and Mr. Wilson and I will be available in the Career Center before back to school night starts from 5 to 5:30. We're not going to be doing any presentations. We're just going to be there available to answer questions. So from 5 to 5:30, please feel free to stop by, ask questions, introduce yourselves, anything that you're wondering about, anything that we can do to help. And also, we are always just an email away. You can see Mr. Wilson's contact information, my contact information. But we're looking forward to a really great year, you guys. And so, yeah, hope to talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.